Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Infused Transitions. I appreciate you and thank you for being here, whether you are brand new or you are returning. You can find out information about how I do readings in the description box below. In essence, I'm an intuitive reader, which means I may or may not relay information that is, by the book of what the author of any given deck might be. So that's the biggest thing, I think, is just knowing that, I'm going to relay what comes through for me. So this is a general reading. It's timeless. So whenever you come across it, that's the right time for you. Always, as of course, whatever doesn't resonate with you, leave it behind. So we are going to get started. I'm going to be using the Enchanted Map today and the Wisdom of Hidden Realms. They are both by Colette Baron Reed. And then if I have any need for clarifiers, I have the clarifier decks with me here. They are, of course, the Rider-Waite. So we're going to get started. So again, today's a general reading for whoever is viewing this video, whether you're viewing it today or well into the future. We are going to be asking what is the challenge that is currently at play for us, and then we're going to be looking at how do we feel about it and how can we shift that. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. All right, so let's see, we are going to be looking at what is the challenge that we are currently dealing with. What is the challenge that we are currently dealing with? All right. What is the challenge that we are currently dealing with? Challenge. All right. We have coming apart and moonlight. So coming apart and moonlight. So a couple of different things that are standing out to me here. One, we have the owl here in the moon, or not in the moon, but, flying in front of the moon, where we see that there's ferns that are here around the perimeter of this balcony space that she is in. She has an hourglass, a sand hourglass here next to her. And if you can see, it's like her wings are going, but she's not going off, she's not flying away, right? So I guess to me, kind of what I'm feeling in this is sometimes there are things that get revealed to us in moon energies, and sometimes these things are hidden. Now you can see how there's a portion of this that's in the dark. I mean, you really can't even see very well the rim of the moon. It just like disappears. But yet all of this is very lit up. It even actually looks like here, like it's all swirling, right? I do feel like, though, that this is, with these ferns here, to me, this is saying, there is support for us, one, finding in nature, in greenery. You know, if you can't get out frequently, even just, you know, maybe purchasing some plants that appeal to you to kind of keep around in your space. We have the wisdom of the owl. So yeah, the wisdom of the owl. So, you know, you can, of course, always, I encourage people to do, you know, looking things up, being curious, you know, learning from various avenues, right? So, you know, I would suggest, you know, if you feel led to do it, maybe look up energies of the owl. What as a spirit animal, or if it is a totem animal for you. And just read some about it and see what jumps out at you in what you read. If it jumps out for you, it's for you. If it doesn't resonate, then it's not for you, and, you know, move on. I do really feel like, though, being with plants or out in nature, whichever way works for you, would be a good supportive thing for you to do. I would also say that whatever the challenge is happening here within this moon energy, it's only for a time, right? It doesn't last forever, because the hourglass has already got more sand on the bottom than it does in the top. And I do feel like that once this is processed, right, when she's using her wings, she will be able to just take off. The other thing is, this coming apart to me is saying, you know, what we process here, right, which is very different than burying our head in the sand and acting like we don't know it's there, or just knowing it's there, but we're just deciding, I don't want to deal with it. If we do that, of course, that's our prerogative. We can do that. But if we do that, it's not like it's going to go away. It's going to fester, and then it's just going to bring on more things than if we just would have dealt with it in the first place. But this coming apart to me is saying, again, look at the light that's coming in between, right? Coming apart. Coming apart also allows us to be able to come back together, with an opportunity to come back together healthier, stronger, more balanced, more aligned, more harmonious within, which only ripples outward, right, into our outside world. I find it interesting in this one that it's like, I don't know if you can see it, and I don't know if this is supposed to be her hair or bindings of some kind, right? But on this side, it's still wrapped up, and on this side, it is free. So again, in coming apart, right, we start out this way, but we have an opportunity to free ourselves from whatever this challenge is that we're currently working through. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. I want to pull another one from here and see if we can just get a little more about what is this challenge that is within the moonlight. Coming together. See, isn't that neat? So you got the moonlight, right? This is where the challenge is. It's, you know, and then we have this part where we're having to come apart, because this is prompting this, right? This is where we started. Coming apart, moon energies, bringing things to light that were once hidden, allowing us an opportunity to free ourselves, and then coming together. Now, this coming together, yes, it can mean a romantic partner. So for some, it could mean maybe there's a relationship that you are in the process of moving beyond, moving past it, or, you know, wherever you are in that part where it's coming. Are you are you coming into the part where you're feeling uncomfortable? My throat. Maybe some are having problems communicating, hey, this is how I'm feeling, or hey, you know what, I really feel like you know, our time is done. You know, we've if you're a Friends fan, in the words of Janice, you know, the sun has set on our time together. You know what I mean? It's finding the words to be able to express yourself. Obviously, will help you to clear up your throat chakra also. But whatever this coming apart is, whether it's a relationship or not, which it could be, but it could also be a relationship with ourselves. It could be a relationship within family, friends, coworkers, a romantic, intimate relationship, whatever that is for you, right? Again, the hourglass is already running, meaning you're not going to be stuck in these energies, this challenge, you know, permanently, right? Everything processes, everything moves forward, everything passes. It's just a matter of the quality in the process and the quality of the outcome as to what we decide to do or not do, right? But it does allow the coming coming back together again. And I love how that played out, right? And again, this can be somebody that's mirroring us. It can be, you know, again, here they are, you know, mirror, 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 mirror on the wall, right? I mean, so again, this could be somebody who's showing something and it drives us crazy that they do this, that, or the other, and we don't understand why it upsets us so much. And I'm saying that going, you know, beyond the normal perception that we tend to hold of, well, they shouldn't do that because blah, 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 right? But a lot of times the reason somebody irritates us so much is because they're showing us something that we do, obviously in our own way. It may not look exactly how they do it, but there's a baseline of something that we do ourselves, and that's why it bothers us so much, whether we're conscious of it or not. That's for some people. For other people, it's not so much about mirroring as it is just about, again, even in this, you can see there's progression, right? Because even just becoming aware of something is a big, important first step, right? Going through the process, allowing ourselves to, okay, I've acknowledged it. Now I need to look at it. I need to process it. I don't have to get stuck in it. I don't have to ruminate over it. I don't have to hang on to it. It's about acknowledging it, processing it, honoring yourself, and then working on letting it go. So we can come together. And I mean, again, even just looking in the coloring, that's a lot warmer. Again, we have plants, you know. Again, I would say if you feel so inclined, look up the pelican and see what's the spirit animal of pelican, or the totem animal of pelican, the energies of pelican and giraffe for all of that, and see, does any of that resonate with you? Does it mean anything to you? These are ways in which you can actively take steps to take this reading and personalize it even more, to get more information to support and assist yourself, to help you move yourself through this process to come out over here. And I mean, look at what's on the bottom of the deck, right? Peaks of joy. I mean, you know, it is a process. We all have a process. So, it's just, again, you know, what's the quality of that process and what's the quality of the outcome is completely, it's completely up to you what that is going to be and what is it going to look like. Okay. So now we're going to look at what is a way in which we can either further support ourselves, what kind of energies do we want to call in, or possibly what's another component of this part of which we want to be aware of so that we can let it go, right? So we can heal it, We can adjust. We can come out stronger, healthier, more in alignment with ourselves, lighter, that's for sure, freer. All right, so let's see. What do you have for us that can further help us to become aware of? Nice. Yeah. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we got Keeper of the Scales. Justice, right? Things working out. Things working out. Yeah. And even in this, like you can see the scale on one side is in darker shades, where the scales on the other side have the light. So again, it's, you know, it's about getting ourselves, you know, into a place of having more balance, more alignment, which again is what this process is offering us as an opportunity, right? So what came out, we've got the Queen of Light, illumination, right? The understanding, oh, look at this. Okay, illumination, what all is involved in this, right? Enlightenment, growth, right? So we've got illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. Again, it is a process. And interestingly enough, they both have their hands. She's got her hands down because she's holding the scales. And so, yeah, she's holding the scales. Her hands are out also, and she's got light in each one, and her crown is lit up, which of course it talks about enlightenment. So that makes total sense, right? These are opportunities of which are available to you if you so choose to allow yourself to go through this process, you know. And then the other one that came out is the Dreamwalker. Dreams, the collective good, and illusions. So, again, that's the other part of it. So, okay, again, if animals are something that you relate to frequently, there is what looks like a dragon really far away, like really far away. I could be wrong, but to me it looks like a dragon, and it's carrying a light. And then we have this, which looks like, I forget what they're called, but the one kind of iguana that's like really big. And then there's over here, I can't tell if this is a crane or I'm going to go with crane because the name of the other one that looks similar to a crane just escaped me. So I'm thinking that crane is the one that is the message to look for. So again, you know, dragon energy, iguana, and crane may be something that you would want to look up and see, does any of it resonate with you as far as messages, energies, and that kind of thing. She's also playing a flute. And she's grounded on this rock. So again, I mean, there's a waterfall, it looks like, over here. But there's water around, which is, of course, emotion, right? But she is on solid footing. You know, she has solid footing. And again, it's about allowing ourselves to acknowledge our emotions without judging ourselves, right? Because when we judge our emotions, it just... it throws everything out of whack. You know what I mean? Which it probably sounds ridiculous because how do you look at emotions emotionless? And I don't mean emotionless as in cold. I mean without judgment. It's like, what? You want me to do what? But it makes sense when you begin to practice it, right? It is about self-acceptance. It's about, you know, we are human. And I think that's the other thing, is that we have this tendency to think, why am I so messed up? Why am I this way when no one else is? Why am I? And in reality, that's actually not true, because it's human. You know, we are a work in progress. We are working on enlightenment. We are working on ascension. But in order to get farther and move along in that journey, right, we have to address what has been buried for many lifetimes. And even if you don't believe in other lives, that's cool. That's okay. Most of us still have enough stuff to keep us busy from this current lifetime, right? So, yeah, these are your steps. I mean, these are the steps to help you get through this challenge so that you can come together in this beautiful new light. And I would say that the predominant light, or to me, the predominant color in these are varying shades of yellows, and to me, and we even got orange and red in here, which to me, these are all the three lower chakras of the body, you know, that we all know about, right? The root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. And when I say that we all know about, meaning, you know, there's way more than just the 7 chakras that most of us are aware of. They go farther down, farther up, farther out, and there's so many more on our body. But or in our body, either way, how you want to say it. But yeah, so to me, this is telling me that if we are willing to go through this process with honesty, with non-judgment, being able to exhale when you come out that other side, you're going to be able to come out much more in alignment, much stronger, and more balance. Again, we're wanting to achieve that balance. We're wanting to enjoy, you know, the joy, the dancing in the clouds. We want to have that balance and that fairness, right? And again, it's like, well, you know, to be fair, I can see why I feel this way, and I can see why I did that. We're not saying it makes everything right. We're not saying, you know, we justify everything, right? We're just saying, oh, okay, yeah, I understand now. That makes sense to me. Okay. And then we do the work to heal that stuff so we can let go. But yeah, these are your steps, you know, where this challenge is at, allowing yourself to take a look at it with non-judgment and work through it so that you can process and let go and come out. So there you go. I'm going to leave it there, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.